Hi everyone, and welcome back to God's Whispers. Today I felt inspired to talk about the first reading from Acts, verse 4, lines 23 through 31. I thought it coincided well with the conversation that I had with a colleague about prayer not just being comfort, but sometimes it takes courage. What was spoken about in Acts was Peter and John had been threatened by their religious leaders for healing and preaching in Jesus' name. They returned back to their community not to hide or complain, but to pray. They didn't ask for protection or a way to escape, but they asked for boldness, for courage. Their prayer shook the place that they were in, literally, and they were filled with the Holy Spirit and were able to speak God's words more boldly than ever. That hit home for me because sometimes when feeling uneasy, it's an easy escape to want to shrink away from things, to want to run away. But they didn't shrink. They surrendered their fear to God and felt empowered. So many of us, myself included, used to silence parts of my faith to fit in or to avoid some kind of argument. In fact, there are people that have just ignored my calling, or my passion, I should say, to want to talk about the Bible every day. And that's fine, because I really don't do it for anybody else. I do it for myself, and it's just a bonus for people who enjoy to listen to it as well. So I thought today, in my journal prompt, what would I pray for courage for and not for comfort? What kind of prayer would I ask for if I truly trusted that God would empower me? So I kind of feel like let's shake this up and speak with courage. Speak your truth about what you love and continue to live in the steps that Jesus has laid out for us. And I hope that if you hear his whispers, that gives you strength. If you feel so, feel that courage to share this podcast with somebody, please feel free to share it or like it on whatever device you're listening it to, Spotify or Apple Music. Until tomorrow, have a great day.